Welcome to the Human Impact Theory podcast. My name is Jacqueline Way, and I am your host for the show. We are so grateful you have chosen to spend your time here today. Welcome to my home. The countdown to the holiday season, it has arrived. And if you feel anything like I do, the festive season just tends to add to my stress, my overpacked schedule, and honestly, my feelings of being completely overwhelmed. This episode, it's for you. Today's show is extra special because my special guest is someone who honestly inspires me every day. It's my 12-year-old son, Sterling Way. Sterling is a 365 Give champion, and he's here to share our 365 Give holiday tradition, our family tradition. And it's truly captured the hearts of people all over the world. We call it the reverse Advent calendar. And don't worry, he's going to explain everything. Sterling's going to remind us what the holiday season is really about and how we can create happiness for others, most importantly, ourselves. He will help you realize that you don't have to worry about it all. We really need to worry about what's important. And it's so simple, a 12-year-old can do it. So grab a cup of Java, a hot chocolate, settle in, and let's dive into this honestly heartwarming episode, this conversation about connection, about happiness, and about creating a holiday season that feels as good on the inside as it looks. So here we go. Sterling, welcome to the Human Impact Theory. I am so excited to have you to the show. This is the first time, first of all, I've had a kid on the show. And second of all, really, there's no prouder mom than I am of you. So welcome to the show, Sterling.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we're excited to have you here today. So, Sterling, I want to start with what I was talking about in the intro, and we really want to dig right into the holiday season. You know, a lot of people, not so much for kids, it's pretty, happy time for kids, but for a lot of adults, we suffer from a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of planning to do, Christmas dinner, stockings are hung by the chimney with care. Christmas trees, people coming over, the list keeps going on and on. And then, of course, all those presents that we have to buy. And I think sometimes we get a little lost in what's really important over the holiday season.
Yeah,
And we have a lot of traditions here in our house.
we do.
Yeah, that we do that I think are pretty meaningful. Do you think they're pretty meaningful?
Very.
Awesome. Okay. So listen, the first thing that I want to do is I want to talk about with you to kind of warm people up. Some of the really great things that you do to give back, because really the holiday season is about giving back. And how do we find that time in our life to make the holiday season meaningful by giving? The holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, or any other traditions in your own family, what we know is the next 30 days are the biggest giving times of the year. But what a lot of people say is, first of all, they don't have the money. We get it. We completely agree with you on that one. And people always say, I don't have time. Well, Sterling's here to show you you got time. Because if anybody can do it, a 12-year-old can do it. Sterling, let's talk about your life. How busy is your life, buddy?
Pretty busy. I have my volleyball team at school. I have soccer outside of school. I have,
Think about the mountains.
snowboarding.
Right? It's just started. So you're part of all of those teams. Plus you have school, plus you have homework and a very busy social life. So what we know about Sterling is he's already very busy. And what we know about, younger brains, they don't always gravitate toward giving as their first opportunity to do an activity. But Sterling, can you first share with us, what are some of the ways that your school has given you an opportunity to give this holiday season?
Well, yesterday I was cleaning up my room
Did you hear that, everybody? He was cleaning out his room. Yeah.
and I was looking at one shelf. There's a lot of books, at least over 20, 25. And I haven't read those since I was like 7. So I didn't need them anymore, and it was just taking up so much space. So I was like, why don't we donate them?
And where'd you donate them to?
I donated them to my librarian in our school library.
At your school library? That's amazing. And what did she think? I mean, coming in with a stack of books like that.
She was happy.
She was pretty happy.
Pretty happy.
Right? And Sterl, I noticed something and I drove Sterl to school with all the books. Sterl, how did you feel walking into the school with all of those books to donate?
Felt good.
Felt good. You felt pretty proud. That's what I said to you. You just had this look of pride on his face. Okay. And Sterl, your school as well does something collectively as a community
Yeah.
to give back. Can you tell us about that program that you have at school right
Yes,
now?
I can. Every year, the grade fours bring everyone together in our school, and they tell us to bring socks, toques, and gloves for the homeless people. And so everyone brings them. They put our names on a carrying clothesline. And so we got about near 600, over 500 toque, sock, and gloves combined. And that's
Where do they go to, Sterl?
they go to the
Where do you do them?
homeless.
Oh, they go to the, so you've actually partnered with a charity,
Yes.
right, that serves homeless people here in Vancouver. We have a huge homeless problem here in Vancouver, especially in our downtown core. And so the school now has come together. We're so happy to be part of that. We donated about 6 items, I think, both hats, our word for hats are toques here in Canada. So hats, gloves, and scarves, we donated ourselves, and the whole community in our school came together, which is an amazing thing to do. And I want you to keep that in mind as you're thinking about the holiday season. Sometimes the best part of giving is when you actually do it as a group. It brings you together, it connects you, it makes you happy. There's so much pride that goes on. And when you give collectively rather than individually, you have this opportunity to make a huge impact, just like Sterling School Ridgeview has made as well. Okay, Stroll, let's get on to the main event right now. So, in the introduction, I talked about something called a reverse advent calendar. And for those of you that do celebrate the traditional Christmas holiday season, there is a tradition that's been going on literally for over 100 years, and it's called an advent calendar. And for many families, it has now actually become a marketing tool for chocolate companies and candy companies to sell items. It is a calendar that usually has a little window that you can open. And when you open the window, there's what underneath?
Candy, treats, chocolate,
A prize, a
fries,
toy,
anything.
right? Anything. Like literally, you can buy anything. I
Like
saw,
Lego.
right? I saw on Instagram the other day one that was a life size of me. So it was 30 days, or sorry, 25-day countdown till Christmas. It was life size, as big as I was. And every time you opened a door, inside was one of these holiday gnomes. You can actually see I've got some holiday gnomes already set up behind me. And they were these little gnomes that they set up. So we've taken this advent calendar idea where every day you open something up and you get something. Well, we think, the holiday season is a lot about what?
A lot about
Ye-
giving,
Well, and a lot about what?
getting.
And getting, right? Do you get a few things for Christmas?
I get a lot.
You get a lot for
I get a
Christmas.
lot.
Yeah, you're one of those very spoiled, privileged children. And so what I wanted to do for our family and what we've done for 365 Give that we've shared with everybody is we've made a reverse advent calendar, which the reverse means it's opposite, right? We've swapped it around. So Sterl, tell us about how the reverse advent calendar works.
Well, the reverse advent calendar works as instead of getting presents, we're giving presents.
Very good. Excellent. And do we do that every day?
Yep.
We do, don't we?
Give.
We give every day. So we have 5 people in our family. And so the kids, every day, we've given them a day where they give something every day. Now, in our family, Cyril, how have we created this so that it works? Because at 365 Give, we break our giving up into different categories. We don't think that it's just people. Who do we include in our giving, Cyril?
People, animals, and most importantly, is the Earth, our planet,
Right?
because we need it,
We really
or
need
we
it right
wouldn't
now,
be
right?
here right now.
Right. And we won't be here right now if we don't keep taking care of our planet. So, Sterl, tell us, what did you choose, or what do we usually choose in our family? What's important to us?
Well, we normally choose animals because we have 2 cats literally playing over there right now.
Right. They might come into the photo yet. We'll see. Right. And our cats are their rescue cats, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
They are. So, okay. So, do you want to show them our box and what we do
Yeah.
for the holiday season? Oh, we just lost our advent calendar.
Hmm.
That's okay. We'll put it back up there. Okay, so here's our box that we do. We're going to hold that up to the camera so you can see it. Stroll, do you want to show everybody some of the things that are in our are in our box and what we do each day?
Well, one of the first things I grabbed is food.
Right? So there's some cat food right there. There we go. And no, it's not a promo, and we're not promoting anybody. We are not sponsored, okay? But one of the good things that we can do is we can donate food and treats and snacks for the animals, whether it's dog food, it's cat food. They've got bunnies, they've got rodents, they've got birds, you name it. They're all there. And there you go. We'll even, oh, it's a special treat. See if she'll come. No, she's not going to. We'll see. She's right behind us here trying to get in the camera. What are some of the other things that we have in our box, Joe?
Well, we have toys because they gotta keep their exercising.
Right? And play. They need to play.
They need to play. Don't
We
get
have all kinds of toys in here as well. There we go. And what else?
most importantly is a bed to sleep on
Right?
because they shouldn't just be sleeping on the floor.
Right? They'll have a little cage. And so we get them a bed and blankets to go with them as well. And so we'll fill this box up. We actually do 30 days of giving because what we know is that when you give every day, you are now creating not only a culture of giving in your family or in your school, you could do this in your school as well. You could do this at the office, right in your own company. But you are actually creating a habit of giving. And what we know about giving is this, it's super simple. Giving is your daily dose of happiness. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about this. The dose actually stands for something. So dose stands for dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and your endorphins, right? So what happens is when you give, even when it's this small, you get all of these feel-good chemicals running through your body. Dopamine is your reward system. That's like flipping through Instagram. Oxytocin is your love hormone, like getting a warm hug. Serotonin is your body's happiness transmitter. And your endorphins, that's like the runner's high. You feel really high when you actually give. So all of this can be going on, and at the same time, it's reducing your cortisol. Well, cortisol is your stress hormone. So what we know is that when you give every day, even when it's small like this, you actually get your daily dose of happiness, and that holiday stress, it's starting to go down. Your well-being is better, right? Your mental health is now better, and you've created meaning and purpose in your life. And those are the key pillars of well-being.
Very key.
Right? Very key. So what we know about creating something as simple as your reverse advent calendar is you are now creating a culture of well-being for yourself. So as much as we talk about giving is for everyone else, giving is actually for yourself too, because the benefits that you get from giving are remarkable.
Remarkable.
Right? There you go. So now, before we wrap up, Sterling, can you give anybody else, like, what are some of your other, just for little ideas for people over the holiday season? What's one of your other favorite ways to give? Because this is something you do every time we travel, we go downtown. What's one of the other things you like to do to give?
Well, one thing I really love is to go downtown. I get my mom to bring loonies, toonies, whatever. And as soon as we walk by someone who's just sitting there,
When you say sitting there, what does that mean? Let's be more clear. Somebody that's potentially homeless, right?
So we give them $1 or $2.
Yeah. Because it does make a difference, doesn't it?
It does.
It
make a
does,
difference.
right? And people always say, well, you know, what difference does it make if I give $1? Well, if I give $1, you give $1, somebody else gives $1, all of a sudden they have an opportunity to actually get a meal for that day. And I know sometimes when we see people sitting on the street that are homeless, what it does is it, you know, triggers a little bit of judgment. You know, what are they going to do with the money? How are they going to spend it? And the reality is that's not for us to actually decide. What we know is that when we give, it's an opportunity for us to help another and to really recognize them, to be noticed, to feel seen. We usually stop and have a chat with them as well, and it's an opportunity for them to be heard. And that's really what so much of human beings want. So there goes the cats right through the house. Sterling, it has been such a pleasure to have you on the show today. You have been an absolute rock star. You know, it's the winter months when the light is just fading as we're doing the podcast right now. We're into the winter days, and we really, more than anything else, we want to do what, Sterling? Wish everybody a
Very
Merry Christmas, and happy holidays, no matter how you celebrate. Thank you so much for joining us. And listen, if you want to support the work that 365 Give does, you can do this in really simple ways. First thing you can do is go down and subscribe to our YouTube channel, to our podcast. You might be watching us here on YouTube. You might be listening on Spotify. That just helps us. It gives us a bigger reach and helps us knowing that we're making an impact with you. You can also go to our website at www.365give.ca. See the work we do. Sign up. Join one of our programs. Everything is free because we don't want any barriers for you to give. And here's the really cool thing. Yeah, we have actually on the website, there's going to be a link down below that we actually have a full guide for you on how to do your own reverse advent calendar. We have over 30 ideas to get you started. We have a blank calendar you can use. And that free printable is going to get you going for the holiday season as well. Yeah, there it is. There's the calendar right there. So go follow the link, download the guide, get yourself going. And most of all, we wish you the most wonderful holiday season. And we will see y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.